So my plan is to leave here tomorrow morning on the tide and sail up and down low tide, see what the entrance to the Humber looks like at low tides, and then as the tide comes in, I think it turns about 2 o'clock, I'll drift up the Humber with the tide to Brough, and I think it's about 20 miles. As you know, I like to experiment with food, so tonight we have meatballs with microwave rice. That's a bit of an experiment, never tried this before. Well, the meatballs will be fine. We'll see how the rice goes. I'll see if I'll give it long enough. The stove is working fine. I can live with it. It's not wonderful. It does smell a bit. It smells worse than a Trangia for some reason. I have no idea why that should be. I have put water in the meths. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, that's supper. Not a bad place. The mooring here is starting to settle down because they call this the whaleback, and it's hail high sand is what it is, and so there's a big ridge of sand which forms there. So when the tide's high, then the waves come across it, so it is a bit of a rocky mooring. But when the tide's low, as the tide goes down, it settles down, and it's doing that right now. So I was saying earlier that this is the first time that I've been somewhere where my boat is probably the most expensive boat here. But drying moorings are good. They're all places where people have small boats. They restrict the size of the boat. There's this one here. This is a junk rig. Bloke travels all over the east coast in it. A junk rig dockerel. Very sensible idea. Complete control over the rig.
Very high. And I feel that morally
the rice bag has swollen right up. Curious. I'm now going to let it cool down a bit. Turned it off. That is pretty awful. Yeah, okay. It's pretty much turned to solid starch. Still, we'll see if some meatballs in it will help in any way. Oh, that improves the rice no end.